Hey friends, welcome to episode number 53 of It's Hot. That's not the name of the show, it's hot. It's like 110 today in Toronto. It's, ooh, Nelly. Anyhow, it'll be fine. I hope. I'm your friend Kelly Zemnikas. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry for the shine, I keep sweating. It's crazy. Today, we are making a dish that I feel like is very appropriate for 2020. We're making Rocky Road Bars. Rocky Road Bars. That works for 2020, I think. And we're going to one of my favorite cookbooks, Cook, Visualize the Perfect Plate. So we're using that for today's recipe. And you don't need the oven for today, just the stovetop, but we're not baking anything, and you need your fridge. So that's it, easy peasy. And on today's show, I'm getting to bake with the coolest of beans, Erica McMaster. Erica's a dear friend. She's a voiceover actor, and she also works behind the scenes in television production, as do I. Although at the time I met her, I was doing a bit different stuff, production coordinating. Now I do some transcribing. And Erica, like myself, we're part of that wheel that you don't necessarily think about when you're watching your favorite show, but oh my gosh, there are so many people that work their tail feathers off to bring you a favorite program or a favorite movie. So you know what, at the end of a show, take the time and watch the credits, would you? Because those people work really hard, and sometimes names aren't in the credits. Sometimes. Occasionally the transcriber doesn't get mentioned, but I know the work that I do. Anyhow, Erica is one of those fine folk. I'm so glad she's joining me today. And today, because it's a brand new month, we are offering some love, offering some attention to two new charities, one of which is the Restaurant Employee Relief Fund. They're doing great work to make sure that our friends in the States, fellow restaurant workers, are getting a hand, you know, in terms of getting their finances covered, because man, COVID has rocked the restaurant world, the food service world, many worlds. So that's what the show is today, guys. We're gonna take it step by step. Ooh, baby.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay, so here's what you are going to need to travel on our Rocky Road adventure today. I'm so excited. First off, with the pan that we will be putting in the fridge, you're going to need some parchment paper. Now, if you don't have parchment paper, don't worry. You can do one of two things. You can take aluminum foil, put that in the pan, and then grease the aluminum, or you can just grease the pan and then sprinkle flour on top of it. So you have your options. Absolutely. All right, you are going to need some chocolate, and I've got two kinds. Well, I've got one chocolate, then a special treat. So I have my baker's chocolate. I'm using semi-sweet. Comes in a box like this. But I'm also using some salted caramel chippets, because I thought that could be kind of fun. It's my Rocky Road bar, darn it. You will need nuts for this. The recipe calls for walnuts. I don't like walnuts, so we're going with peanuts. You're going to need shortbread bars, but I don't have any, so I'm going to use graham crackers, which will be fine. And you will need butter, unsalted please and thank you, 1 stick. You're going to need 4 ounces, which is half a cup, which is 1 stick. And finally, you will need the Puff Daddy of sugars, confectioner sugar, which also goes by the name icing sugar, or powdered sugar, or caster sugar. Why does it have so many names? Shirt.
It's got, can you see what it is?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Where
It's as
is that?
retro as they come.
Where is that from?
He doesn't remember. It was in like one of his various boxes of things when we moved in together, and there was like 3 of them. That's the best part.
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah. So I wear it sometimes. Baby Craig.
It's amazing. I was a baby when I got this shirt. This is my New Kids on the Block Magic Summer 1990.
Oh my God! Like it's an actual one that you went to?
I'll put up the photo during the show. I went to see them in concert for the first time in Ottawa in 1990. It was pouring rain. My mom had us covered in garbage bags, and I got a shirt.
So good. Fun.
So I'm super excited to make some Rocky Road bars because I feel like a Rocky Road bar is very appropriate for this year. It's been a bit of a rocky road this year.
As being a rocky road, that is the God's honest truth. Yeah.
It's kind of apropos for the year. So, do you have everything ready?
Yeah. So I think just a question. I don't know how much I'm supposed to break up the shortbread. That's what it looks like right now. It's like.
Where do I have my shortbread? So the shortbread, this says 4 ounces, which is about half a cup. So I'm doing a pack of graham crackers.
Okay.
So in all honesty, I'd fill up like a cereal bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's gonna act as the base.
Do they have to be broken up?
They do. So yeah, I get to get the anger out with this one.
Like a knife kind of thing?
I think you can like use your hands or ream it. You can throw it against the wall if you wanted.
I'm going to use the knife because it works really well, and I think it's going to get really messy if I do it any other way.
Well, another thing you could do is toss it in a Ziploc bag.
Oh,
Crush it.
that's smart, actually.
That. Yeah. I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
How are you guys managing in the heat?
We're okay. I'm glad that you're not asking me to turn the AC off because I would quickly dissolve into a puddle of sweat. I have a sweat towel on hand right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's gross, but last week was awesome because we were in Ottawa and our friends, like I said, they have this massive, it's like an old farmhouse, like from probably the 1800s that has been renovated for years. And it's huge. It's like an inn. Like, so we basically, when we go and stay, have our own like wing of the house. Like you know, like there's full separation between their bedroom and everything, and like, and then they have a pool. So you kind of just live in the pool, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm wishing I was there right now because.
Yeah, so I'm just doing it with my hands. I see that you've got your mallet. This is a great idea. How long have we known each other? Was it Insight? Is that how we met?
Yep. Since like, so that would have been like 2003 or 2004.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I
just
love that.
started working on Canadian Idol on season 2.
Yep. I'm going to have, when the bars are ready, I'll bring out, a friend's got me a Canadian Idol Barbie when I got that job.
Canadian Idol Barbie?
Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing.
I'll go grab it in a moment. But yeah, Mattel came out with one, and it's hilarious because on the box, it's this big sticker that says American Idol, and then a tiny sticker underneath that says Canadian Idol, like an afterthought.
Hilarious. Okay, well, we'll see how this works. My little liner. I might need to redo that or get Craig to redo it.
So then you're going to take whatever you're using, silicone liner, parchment, and put that in your tray. Just so it'll help stick it down a little bit. Now, what we can do to melt the butter and the chocolate, probably just leave them in our apartments for 20 minutes. Or you can do it in the microwave or on the stovetop. I'm going to microwave it.
I'm going to stovetop because we do not have a microwave.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so basically we are just, first we'll be melting the chocolate, and then you are going to add the butter to the chocolate. So melt the chocolate first. Now I feel like I should use the stovetop.
Strong with like radioactive chocolate.
Best to do a double broiler kind of technique. So put a bowl that will fit in something on the stove, and I will do as you're doing. Yeah.
Craig, can you put some water? Okay, funny story. We have the computer right now is sitting on a perch in the sink, so I just realized I can't fill up the pot with water. It's probably a bit hot. Yeah, so I sent my minion to go and fill it up in the bathroom.
Excellent. Nice. That, oh my gosh, that reminds me of a guy I used to go out with. He had such a tiny little apartment. He had a hot plate and he had no kitchen. So all of the dish prep, like the kitchen prep, had to be done in the bathroom.
He didn't even have a sink?
Nope.
Oh, I don't feel like that's right.
He did not. He had a room and a tub.
No, we're going to wing it. We'll see if this works.
It's going to work. It's going to be fine.
Do you do the chocolate first and then the butter, or just all at once?
Butter first.
Oh, butter first. Shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What it has actually is having us melt the chocolate first and then putting the butter in. So the butter, yeah. I mean, mine's pretty soft just because of the temperature in this room right now.
Yeah, mine's gotten pretty soft quickly, so.
Yeah. Okay. Double broilers begun. Nice. How many seasons did you work on Canadian Idol? I only did the one.
I just did 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what did I do after that? Oh, I got a job. I worked at MTV.
Well,
How many did Idol go on for?
I feel like there was one season after me.
Yeah. I went to MTV
Yeah.
in 2006, and then I quit TV for 10 years in early 2000s.
It happens to us all.
And then I went back to slinging fajitas, as they used to say.
Nice. All right, now my chocolate has started, so I'm just gonna, I'm listening, but I'm at the stove. Also using caramel chippets.
Oh, yum.
I thought that'd be kind of fun.
Just for a little extra pizzazz.
Exactly. Yeah.
And for the double boil, you just set it on medium. Oh, no, you're doing yours in the microwave, right?
No, I'm doing what you're doing. Okay.
Just put it on medium heat?
Air pressure. Basically, just crank up the water so it's boiling.
Okay.
Or like almost at boil, and then just make sure that pot's hovering above it. So, that I'm watching, the chocolate's now lovely and
Oh, wow.
melted.
That would be, but if I don't have did you actually put that bowl on top of the pot?
Yeah, so it was just hovering over the water. It was.
Yeah. We don't have any metal bowls like that. That would have been much better because it's got the rim to keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, these were some great things I scored from my parents' place when they moved. So I took some things that they weren't using.
Put that on my list of things to get. Metal mixing bowl.
All right, and then next, and I'll just go a little step ahead of you. Next, what you're going to do is pour this over the butter and just mix it to incorporate. All right.
I might be adding some of my facial sweat to this recipe.
That you're eating it, so. Oh man, it is.
Yeah, it is hot. It's like days like this where I just feel for people who have to work in a kitchen.
Oh yeah, or construction. I wouldn't want to be outside.
No.
A friend of mine who was on an episode of the show, George Rivard, he also works as a landscaper for the, private homes and for the city. So he's out in this heat right now doing stuff, and it's like, no.
Imagine.
Yeah, no, thank you. All right.
All right, I'm just mixing into the butter now.
Perfect. Stir.
This is where I wish my niece was here because she would take care of cleaning this bowl, no problem. Like,
Were you much of a lick the bowl kind of kid, like when you were making a dessert, or if mom was?
My brother, her dad, is still a lick the bowl kind of kid. So he will clean a plate no matter what's on it.
Amazing.
And she has followed after him, which is adorable.
Oh, that's awesome.
She does not leave anything unclean.
Yeah, I try to be good. I try to like take maybe a bit of a look now as an adult, but I don't do it as much as I did when I was younger. That's for sure. All right. So once that is mixed together, we are then going to add in the cookies, the marshmallows, and if you choose to use nuts, put in some nuts, but you don't have to.
I got them.
Which kind did you get?
I got walnuts.
Oh.
Though I think peanuts would probably be really good too.
I'm doing peanuts. Yeah.
Your trick for the icing sugar?
Yeah. What's that?
So good. Like I just put some sugar in our little coffee grinder, so it might have a bit of coffee flavor as well.
It's a great tip. If you don't have powdered sugar or icing sugar, just take granulated and crush it up.
Yeah, so good.
I like referring to icing sugar as the Puff Daddy of sugars. Because it has so many names.
Amazing. Oh my God. We watched, have you seen Get Him to the Greek?
No.
It's very funny. Speaking of Puff Daddy, he's got a part in it and he's quite funny. It's a very funny movie. I suggest watching it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's Russell Brand, right?
Russell Brand and Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. After the chocolate, then the shortbread?
Cookies. Yeah. So you've got your shortbread. I've got graham crackers. Whew.
Oh, man.
Someone picked too small of a bowl. Okay. I'm going to have to change this. Just trying to keep healthier. And, but yeah, I'm consuming a lot of cabbage.
Eat a lot of kimchi.
I like kimchi. Kimchi does not like me.
Oh, no. That's too bad.
As much as I am a fermented food fanatic, doesn't work in my stomach.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
We eat this, the Live, the raw food restaurant, makes the best. And the local local like health food store near us sells it, and I buy it like multiple big jars a week, and we eat it.
Fried egg and kimchi is a wonderful breakfast.
Yes,
so good. I have to do it very sparingly because I will be in the washroom for.
Oh no.
Okay.
Just doing a little brown up.
No worries. So it's watching. This is how this is looking with the cookies inside.
Wait, have you put the nuts in yet or no?
Not yet. I'm about to.
Mine feels a bit liquidy, but I don't know if that's because I did too much butter or if it's just because I didn't have enough cookies. But I'm out of cookies because I used the entire packet. So
yeah, not sure. I would maybe then add a bit more nuts if you're wanting to like compensate.
Yep.
All right. So because I've got such a tiny bowl, I think I'm going to add the marshmallows when I put this in the pan and then mix it up. But this smells amazing.
Yeah, it really does.
It is super good. Oh gosh.
Oof.
Beautiful. So I know you as doing voiceover stuff, but what channels may folks recognize your voice from?
Well, currently, Kelly, they can hear me on many channels in the tagline that says SC Johnson, a family company.
That's you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's me. That's been the gift that gets me through tough times, like COVID.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And for 5 years, I was the promo voice for Slice, which was really sassy and, like Slice, like the Real Housewives of New York.
Yeah, I worked on a show on Slice called Doctor in the House, which was a medical talk show. But if you Google it, the first thing that comes up for Doctor in the House is some British drama series.
Really? Huh.
I didn't work on that show.
My favorite day of the week was to go in and record those.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Do you like the sound of your voice?
Do I?
Yeah.
Depends on the day.
I feel like I sound like I'm on helium. I don't like how I sound at all.
You don't sound like you're on helium. Yeah, there's some days where I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty good, and other days where not so much.
Yeah.
Usually depends on what I've consumed the day before. Anyway.
Fair enough. All right, so what we're going to do with this wonderful mixture, we're adding in the marshmallows.
Yep.
And then you're putting it in the pan.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that now, just because this is a tiny bowl. One thing, I mean, it's great that I can still do this show using Zoom or Skype and bake with friends. But the one thing about having someone in the kitchen is I can send home with half of this.
Yes.
So that I don't have to have the temptation.
No, that's fair. Well, I'm hoping that we get a visit from Craig's kids this week because they will help me polish it off.
Amazing. Amazing.
So it goes in the bowl next?
Yeah, so marshmallows will be next, and then you're going to mix that in and then throw that in the pan. That's going to be going into the fridge. I have a good feeling about this. This looks like
I feel like this would just be like a nice giant s'more as well.
so good. And also, if you want to like level up, put it over maybe some coconut ice cream or vanilla ice cream or.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun.
I know. As much as I think it's so cool what everyone's been doing online, I miss the live experience.
I do too. I mean, I've been incredibly grateful for this wonderful side hustle of Zoom shows, but I do miss being at like Absolute or the Rivoli or something, you know?
I know, and like the idea that we're not going to be able to go to see a, like a concert anytime soon, or in this household, rugby games, it's very sad.
Yeah, no, I know. All right, how is your pan looking, my dear? I've got this.
Like it's a bit more liquidy than yours, but I'm okay with it. It's,
Great.
it is.
So what this is then going to go into is the fridge for about 90 minutes.
Okay.
And then you get to eat it.
That's amazing.
That was easy.
That's so easy.
So I'll put this in the fridge.
Okay.
Oh man, this looks amazing.
Pretty decadent. Dark. I don't know if I just, anyway, I think it's going to taste delicious if licking in the bowl was anything to go by.
Oh my gosh. So what we'll do before we cut it, let's do the powdered sugar, icing sugar, confectioner sugar, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to put mine through a little sifter, or you can use your hands too. Do that instead. Yeah, to make it even more delectable, just like the picture.
Now I want to go and get some delicious ice cream to go with this.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been reading a few recipes, and my sister-in-law told me about a recipe that she's been making ice cream at home, like with 3 ingredients, super simple, don't need an ice cream maker.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send you a couple.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw one for bananas. Someone shared a Facebook post of like just grinding up bananas that are super cold.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay.
Here we are. So let's put the icing sugar there on top.
Yeah.
Amazing. Lovely. All right. Let's see if I can get this out of the pan. Oh, no, I can't. My paper is sticking.
Now, are you taking it right off the parchment paper?
I am trying to take the parchment paper out of the pan.
Okay.
I really greased mine good. Okay, there we go. So I've taken it out on that. Push it right here. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I'm gonna make a little cut. Oh my gosh. Got a nice little crunch to the cut, so that is good. Oh, dang, this looks good. Look at this, guys.
I know. Wait, I need to put mine on a fancy
Oh.
plate.
That, no, I won't check into mine yet, but look at that. Like the insides, it looks amazing.
Yeah! So exciting.
Cheers to you.
Cheers, buddy.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, so to take a bite.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
There you go.
Oh my God. Mm.
You know what I think too?
Mm.
I feel like I might even put some of mine in the freezer because I like things when they're super cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're really good.
I'm going to do that too. Yeah. Just so they're really nice and crispy when I see some company tomorrow.
Yep.
Man, it's such a nice, salty, sweet experience. Ugh. So good.
So good.
Man.
Yeah.
I love when food makes me happy like this. Like it's just, I mean, yes, there's sugar, which is giving me a jolt, but it's joy.
Thank you for including me in this.
It
Made the day so much better.
I'm so grateful that you did this with me. This is super, super fun. Does Craig want to have a bite of this?
Hey, Craig, do you want to come and sample our delicious treat? Yes. Yeah, you probably should.
This is so good. Yeah. This is going to be killer with ice cream. Hey! Give it a try.
Oh, it's really good.
Isn't it?
It's going to go in the freezer.
Yeah. And then you could crumble it on top of ice cream if you want to be like super fun.
His response was underwhelming, but I think the way he just took that down speaks volumes.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Proposal was like, I remember seeing it on. Did you see that coming at all? Because you guys were what, on vacation?
Yeah, so we went back to Zimbabwe where I grew up to see for a friend's wedding, which was pretty cool. It was my first trip back in like 8 years.
Oh my God.
And it was extra special because I was bringing Craig to see, where I grew up. And then we had a very jam-packed holiday. Like there was basically stuff scheduled every day, except one day because I wanted a day to kind of show him, the house I grew up in, the school I went to, the pool that I swam in, because I was a competitive swimmer.
Right.
So we went to the pool on the one day we had, and we get there and it was closed. And then we realized the one day that we had left open was Independence Day, so everything was shut. But we noticed that the utility gate was open, so we kind of like snuck in. And there was a couple of security guards sitting around looking very bored and didn't seem too concerned that we came in, and we were just like, we're just gonna take a few pictures, whatever. And then so we sat down to take a picture on the edge of the pool, and then he did the thing.
That's awesome.
And I lost my voice completely, so it was just extra special because I couldn't even speak.